Coming up, the Ravens make their third appearance on primetime this season, while the Colts look for their first win in Baltimore since 2009. Next on Monday Night Primetime.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Tonight we wind up Week 5 with a good battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Baltimore Ravens. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Ravens offense set to take over and led by a man still just in his 4th season in the NFL, the 2019 MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week. So keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
Yeah, that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. A gain of 4 on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Jackson running again. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. This defense for the Colts, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide?
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up, and they will set up sharp at their own 41-yard line. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chuck Clark. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Well, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. To throw, it's Wentz. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by L.J. Ford. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Wentz. And his pass incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. This goes out right to Doyle. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, as a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. Space to run past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Rashad Bateman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch, and that one wound up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
On play action, Wentz. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. From the corner, Jimmy Smith blitzes for the sack.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The drive will start with an option going left. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Jackson.
He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
First and 10, Taylor now. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's the veteran Justin Houston who got in there to make the stop. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They juked him. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. First down. It's Taylor. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Wentz now to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Here's Wentz to throw. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Wentz to Doyle there. First down, Colts. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing is Wentz. And he's got it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Ravens ready to take over. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play call.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Touchdown! Jack Doyle. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts... They'll start by running the option to the right. First down and more for Jackson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They go play action now. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And that'll be caught by the big tight end Andrews. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Dobbins running out of the gun. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Kick it away following the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Wentz now on 1st down. He's got Jack Doyle. He's at the 40, past the 20, and he takes it all the way down to the 3. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Wentz going to throw. to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that left. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Zach pass. They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his right. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And a good catch there by Mark Andrews. And many think that paired with Lamar Jackson, they may be the best quarterback-tight end combo this side of Mahomes and Kelsey.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman as time expires in the first half. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was the Vikings who were able to get the victory at home. Kirk Cousins leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's head west to see what...
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. And Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's look at it. Spotted right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now it's Hines. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Now a give to Taylor. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket. for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Especially as of late. On third down, Jackson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Wentz. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman, and that is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Now, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Back now in Baltimore. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That's caught left side by the tight end Boyle. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Second down and goal. Jackson, they'll roll him out right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
On third and goal, they're going to run the option.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. That's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34. The Colts on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Yeah, this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. They'll find Taylor, that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To throw is Wentz. Looking deep for Hilton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw here pulled in by Hilton.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Flushed out right. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Try to punch it in with Taylor. Able to slither by. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. On first down, Wentz. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Throwing now is Wentz.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He's at the 50. 30. 20. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 16. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Play action. Now Jackson. His throw incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. Here's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Jackson going to run again.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. out of bounds right there. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Ravens are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Baltimore, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And next week they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.